Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S. Finally back with part two of this list of my ideas for supporting startups in, I suppose you could say, developing countries or colonized countries. So hope you checked out part one. Hope you enjoyed it. If not, please check it out, and I hope you will enjoy it. But yeah, so yeah, it took me a while to get back to getting around to part two because I went for a walk and then I was writing something else and all that sort of stuff. So I didn't really focus. But anyway, here I am back again. So yeah, as ever, I'd love to hear your suggestions or ideas about how to bring groups together, which I talked about, the groups I talked about, how to bring them together and how to help them to work together and be as united as possible, or whether you think that's possible, and if so, how. And also what you think are the best ways to empower people from these groups like Latin America, Africa, Asia, and those other groups I talked about, Native Americans, Aborigines, Maoris, and people like that. Yeah, so to cut a long story short, really, or when I say like the four, like I mean, when I say Africa, like I mean all possible countries in Africa, all 54. Obviously, I won't be able to list all 54 of them. That would take me a while. And all countries in Asia. I think there's 48 in Asia. So all of those possible countries and as many people as possible from those backgrounds, like teaching and training each other as well. So when they become successful, helping other people start up their own projects, whether that's in business or music or like becoming singers, songwriters, and things like that, singer-songwriters and things like that. So anyway, here I go with the list. As I said, with my alliterations, because it's Saturday, I'm choosing things normally that begin with S. And it's a bit of a silly habit of mine, but yeah. So anyway, here goes. So number 11, I know I said I'm sticking to things that begin with S, but I'd also love to help more people to become inventors, to start becoming inventors, start up their own invention sort of companies or whatever that invent things, or as individuals as well, and like maybe like say for instance in Africa or parts of Africa and Asia, where or all possible parts of Africa or Asia, people who are already inventors could train other people to become inventors. As I say, using their skills to network and support each other and share information with each other and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'd love to support, as I say, startups, inventors, and celebrate the inventions from Africa, Asia, Latin America, and places like that, and Ireland as well. And those are the groups I've talked about supporting. So again, I'd love to build bridges between them and help them to, as I say, more of them to become inventors. But if they get inspiration from people from their countries or continents even that have become inventors, hopefully they can learn from each other. Number 12, or hopefully be inspired. Number 12, I'd also love to encourage people to mentor people, as I say, mentor people from Africa and Asia and Latin America. Mentor, like there could be a hashtag mentor for Asia, Africa, Kenya, India, and specific countries as well, like where people go and teach young people to become inventors, ideas people, investors, business people, startups, create their own startups, and learn. Like if I could fundraise, I'd love to fundraise for like people in India and all over Asia, and again Kenya and all over Africa, South Africa, Central Africa, and places like that, to like sort of give them some seed money so they could start their own projects, like their own lemonade stalls or water stalls, or things like that, like fruit and vegetable stalls, so they can encourage healthy eating, and like work with NGOs and also governments in places like South Africa, Central Africa, Kenya, and again all over Asia and Africa, so that they could encourage entrepreneurship and starting up projects and get people to start things and take that risk and learn from their failures and mistakes. So if they set up a business and they fail, it means they've learned something. So that's the best way to learn, I think, in a way. Also learning from other people's mistakes as well. Some strange weather outside. It's really bright, but it's still a bit cloudy. Anyway, but yeah, so to get started, and then they can always say that. But I'd love to be able to somehow, maybe through GoFundMe and crowdfunding and things like that, and ways to send money to people in Africa and Asia, like I say, to start up their own little businesses and their own like little stores. I was thinking like lemonade stores, but maybe they could even sell healthier stuff like water and talk about how it benefit the country. So if I could work with the Kenyan government and authorities, I'd talk about how supporting young people in business would, and learning about business, starting their own business and taking those risks, getting started, as well as other projects, could really benefit their economies. And again, they could sell healthy stuff rather than just lemonade or whatever, but maybe whatever people will buy. But yeah, they can take that risk and learn from it. And so, like, young people starting their own, as I say, startups, and learn from those mistakes. Number 13, hope to address the challenges and issues. Like, part of me can't really imagine or believe in all these countries coming together, but I hope to work on it. And number 14, on that note, I'd love to also support like scientists, and I'd also love to talk about like believing in Africa, believing in Asia, Latin America, and Ireland, and places like that. Believing in Aborigines and helping them with STEM, science, tech, engineering, entrepreneurship, as I add, and learning how to communicate and do maths and things like that. So, but mainly technology as well, so that, like, learning programming and coding, like Aboriginal communities and Maoris and people like that, learning that sort of thing, I think would be great. And also Native American startups, as I say. So yeah, to cover all these groups but yeah, basically, so as many people as possible in Africa, Asia, from Native American and Aboriginal communities, and Ireland and Latin America. So there's sort of 6 groups, but they encompass a whole range of people. But hopefully, again, they can support each other and teach each other what they've learned and things like that, and look to solve problems and market those solutions around the world. Number 15, again, hopefully they can work towards a shared goal. And I think when we work together, we're much stronger. So hopefully then they can encourage more, as many of the billion or so people from Africa and 4 billion or so people from Asia starting their own projects, and hopefully that will help uplift so many people from poverty. So hopefully, by being empowered to sell things and tell their own stories and create stories that are in books and films and things like that, movies or whatever you call them, they can be empowered to make the most of their culture and that sort of thing. Like I was thinking, like, say for instance, Native Americans, if they have lots of urban legends or creepypastas or whatever you call them, and cryptids and things like that. Other people benefit from telling their stories or from making them into films, but I think it'd be great if they could make their own books and their own films based on, so they benefit from them themselves as well. And again, hopefully working together, like people from Africa also telling their own stories and things like that. Number 16, again, I hope to discuss with other people, and again, have many groups coming together and working together as one, like a huge think tank, which can talk about how to tackle poverty in Africa, Asia, Latin America, Ireland, and those other groups. Talk about Native American communities, Aborigines, Maoris, and groups like that. Number 17, again, I think it'd be great if they could tell their own stories and promote their culture through songs, create their own YouTube channels to tell their own stories, make their own movies, and make books and things like that. So I hope to encourage them and empower them as much as possible. Number 18, hope that they will talk about positive things about each other, and again, believe in #BelieveInAfrica and believe in people of color, and #BelieveInAsia and things like that. So hopefully somehow we can connect these groups together, as I say, Latin America, Asia, Africa, Aborigines, Maoris, native indigenous groups, and people from Ireland as well. So colonized people perhaps even coming together and working together, and people of color around the world, like supporting them, like even people from Britain or America, people of color, supporting those groups and like supporting each other and investing in each other, and like encouraging banks to invest in them and things like that. Number 19, again, hope to help as many people as possible from Africa to get their own PCs and laptops and to train as much as possible every single day, preferably in programming and coding and learn that sort of thing. And number 20, I hope to do so ASAP, and hopefully within 5-10 years we'll be able to work on these things. Preferably I'll start working on them now, and hopefully as many people as possible will support that journey and help me to help others, possibly including themselves. And also older people can teach younger people perhaps what skills they know. Again, mentorship, teaching, training. I'm trying to remember our chain of thought. And yeah, I appreciate your support, and if you made it this far, thanks so much as ever, and thanks for supporting my channel if you do so. I hope you share the video and like it and things like that. And again, please don't hold back your feedback, even if it's things I need to learn, like constructive criticisms. I work on them, and I hope to work on them. And think I was going to say something. I can't quite remember, so I'm going to stop waffling anyway. I'm out. Peace and love.